tremendously well at Celtic. I think he scored goals in big moments, big games. You know, the 2 goals at Easter Road when Celtic were terrible that night and came out with a 2-1 win. And obviously scoring in the cup final as well against Rangers, a massive goal that endears him to the fans. So I think 6, 7, 8 million. I think if he comes to Celtic and does well, not only domestically but in the Champions League, the age he's at, he's a perfect Celtic signing. You know, if he has a couple of good seasons, does well in the Champions League, you'll double your money on him. So you're right, it is a lot of attrition. I think they're just, you know, Peter Lawwell's obviously playing the game. You know how he knows how to play it.
Well, Peter will tell you he's got nothing to do with the transfer deals.
Yeah, well, that's what we're led to believe in. Listen, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it just, listen, Celtic have traditionally went this way, whereas, you know, they lost out on John McGinn by kind of messing about. I hope that doesn't happen with Adam Idah. I hope somebody else in England doesn't swoop in, but it looks as if he wants to go to Celtic and he's working his ticket. But I think 6, 7, 8 million. I think it's good money for him.
Yeah, and listen, I don't think that, you know, if they do have to go to the 8 million, I don't think that'll be a flat fee. There'll be all sorts of, you know,
add-ons and stuff.
Win the Champions League, throw a double six, etc., for it to actually get to the point that they're having to sell. I would imagine there'll be a fairly significant sell-on fee involved. But I think Tam's right. That big lad, because of his power, his physicality, just his stature as a striker, he's kind of Premier League ready, isn't he? If he can prove his worth as a goal scorer and a regular performer over a period of time, as Tam says, then the Premier League will look at him because he's a real athlete, a proper athlete, and that it's all about power, pace, down the road, as we know. I think he just needs to hone his finishing skills a little bit. But I agree, and you know, I think we mentioned the other night, when the deal was getting done to bring him in on loan in the first instance, I was down speaking to Brendan Rodgers, and he said as soon as the list was handed in, that name jumped off the page because I knew him, having seen him up close and personal down south. I knew what a good striker this guy could be, and I was really excited about the possibility to work with him and try and bring him on. And he was right. I actually don't think that he had a brilliant impact. I think he had a very good impact. But I look at him and I think there's so much more to come from him.
He's still only 23, of course. Yeah. You know, really still quite young.